Catch! I expertly jump up and land backward on my board without missing a beat. The board slows and hums as it hovers outside Shane's service station and garage. I reach out with one hand just as Shane, Delta Z's head mechanic, launches a round object at my head. I catch it right before it smacks me in the forehead. "Nice," he says, and saunters back into his shop. Shane's a man of few words, but besides Will and Uncle Kent, he's the only other person I hang out with on a regular basis, and one of the only other lifers who never leaves this place. I open my palm to find a brand new roll of clear tape. He must have won it in a poker game with the visiting pilot. That's how he gets most things. "Yes," I shout. "Thanks, Shane." He gives me a wave as he disappears under a short-range shuttlecraft that he's been working on for 2 weeks. It's been decommissioned due to it tending to fall apart in outer space, but if anyone can get it up and running again, it's Shane. Just so long as no one tries to rush him. Then he'll toss his tools aside and play a few hands of the card game that runs all hours in the back of his garage until he's good and ready to work again. I stick the tape in my pocket and zoom off again on the board, my mind racing with all the ways I can use this rare and precious item in my magic act. Yes, I have a magic act. I can also ride a unicycle, juggle fire sticks, fence, and play speed chess, sometimes all at once. Hobbies are encouraged on Delta Z. Keeping us busy keeps us out of trouble. Or that's the idea, anyway. Cousin Will can speak 4 languages, jump 5 feet straight up, and bend his fingers completely backward until they're lying flat on the back of his hand. It's gross. But he's a big hit at parties. I take a shortcut and turn down the narrow corridor that runs past the cargo bay, where the storage rooms are located. Since we're primarily a transfer port between the planets in the 3 known star systems, none of the boxes or crates that arrive stay here long, a few days at most. One ship drops them off, and another picks them up. The cargo bay is off limits to kids, which of course means I have to check it out whenever I'm in the area. Today, the room is bustling with activity, which is unusual. I pull up short and hop off my board, flipping it up and catching it neatly under one arm. I watch through the long window as workers in the same green outfit as I'm wearing wheel in solid black boxes of all different sizes, each one marked fragile, do not turn upside down. Half of them are upside down. The workers are stacking the boxes against the far wall, which means Delta Z is their final destination. I wonder what could be inside. Our monthly supplies already came last week, and these boxes are fancier than usual, made of some kind of composite material I haven't seen before. I sniff the air. Food isn't supposed to travel between planets, something about microorganisms native to each individual planet being very dangerous somewhere else. If a tomato seed grown on one planet were planted in the soil of another, the damage could destroy the entire ecosystem of that planet. Our paltry birthday beans are sanitized for days before they're served. Still, every once in a while someone tries to sneak something off-world and it passes through here. We don't have any soil to risk contaminating, so storing contraband here isn't unheard of. But these boxes have no discernible smell, at least not from out here. Under the fragile warning, I spot a row of smaller letters. I press my face as close to the window as I dare without smacking it with my forehead and drawing unwanted attention. Usually I'm a leap before I look kind of guy, but Vinny, the cargo delivery foreman, is a big dude who takes his job very seriously. Last time he found me hanging around here, he chased me away with a vacuum cleaner. If I squint, I can just make out the words, "Private property of Loxley Manor." Huh, weird. There's no one here named Loxley Manor. Or, wait, I think a manor might be another word for a fancy house. Either that or it's a 6-legged biting toad that once thrived on planets with high levels of nitrogen in their atmosphere. I really should pay more attention when RoboTeach talks. As I stare at the words on the box, a vague, fuzzy scene flits through my mind. A room made of glass walls, with something blue and white on the other side. I can't make out any details, though. This vision is followed by a whiff of something sweet, an odor I'm sure I've never smelled before. Then, as fast as it came, the scene is gone. It couldn't have been a memory. I've never been off Delta Z.